The main findings is mobile phones are contaminated with the same sort of flora as you get on your hands. That means that if you've got fecal flora on your hands from your toilet, and we've shown that maybe 16% of all phones and all hands throughout the whole UK are contaminated with this fecal flora, then not only is it on your hands, it's also on your phones. So basically, if you don't wash your hands properly when you go to the toilet, you're going to end up contaminating both your hands and things around you, such as your mobile phone. And we all know that we put our mobile phones sometimes close to our mouth. So think about that. What we actually do is we take swabs, which are sterile swabs, and we send some students up north, and some of the students are over here, and they go round and they ask volunteers if they will let them swab the inside of their hands and their fingers with one swab, and then with another swab they take the mobile phone and they swab over the front of the mobile phone. These swabs are then quickly brought back to the laboratory where they're cultured in a whole range of different bacterial media, and then the next day we can tell how contaminated the hands or phones have been and what sorts of bacteria there are on the hands and phones. What we've actually got here is a swab straight from a mobile phone, and what you've got is a very heavily contaminated mobile phone. So you can see there's lots of bacterial colonies growing on this plate. But if we take another phone, maybe it came from down south, then you'd see maybe there's not as many bacteria growing on the mobile phone. Nevertheless, when we look at this plate, which is really heavily contaminated, and all the little colonies have gone yellow, then basically what you can see, and we suspect that this is a staphylococcus. So this is a heavily contaminated phone with lots of staphylococci on it. Now, we found a good percentage of phones, something like 18% plus of phones were contaminated with staphylococci, and 1 in 6 phones were contaminated with E. coli.